why did I become an Alzheimer's doctor? So, well, let me tell you a little story. This is from chapter 17 called A Correction. Imagine a healthcare system incapable of diagnosing whether increasing numbers of older adults with weight loss, vague pains, and anemia have cancer, and if they did, incapable of treating their cancer and caring for their common complications such as pain and fatigue. That's the problem confronting older adults with memory loss. The system is broken and a correction is needed to remedy this. It begins with creating a workforce. Simply put, there are millions of patients with Alzheimer's disease, but not enough doctors to take care of them. I'm one of those unusual doctors. I didn't start out as an Alzheimer's doctor. After my residency in internal medicine, I was a fellow at a prestigious critical care medicine training program. But after a year, I dropped out and I switched to geriatric medicine. For 3 years, I was the only fellow in the geriatric medicine fellowship program. Critical care, in contrast, trained a full cadre of fellows selected on the basis of a highly competitive computer-run match. What happened? Friends from medical school and residency asked. Their tone suggested suspicions that I'd been kicked out or committed some egregious misstep. What happened was the healthcare system killed my grandfather. My grandfather was a reasonably healthy 90-year-old man, save for dementia. His internists never offered a clear diagnosis of the cause. The family managed as best we could, making sure he was cooking meals and helping him take care of his bills. No question, his daughter, living on the other side of town, kept him going. But then he fell in his kitchen and fractured his right hip. The ambulance took him to one of the nation's leading academic medical centers. There, he was cared for by a retinue of clinicians at the top of their training and equipped with the best technologies. Everyone did what they were supposed to do. Sure, there were a few missteps or near missteps, such as the surgeon who strode into the room to announce he wasn't eating and so needed a nasogastric feeding tube. She held the skinny tube before my father, who explained that he just fed my grandfather his lunch. With assistance, he could eat. She turned and fled, never to be seen again. Everyone was doing what she thought she should do, but no one was working together. It was the best of care and the worst of care. It was uncoordinated care. It was a medical funhouse run by madmen. Something was really wrong, and I needed to change my profession. That was 1994. Alzheimer's wasn't yet widely recognized as a national crisis, but the hospitals were full of elderly men and women like my grandfather, with families at wit's end, and yet it was hard to assign a cause for the spectacle of well-funded disorganization and deprivation. We were citizens of the richest nation in the world, cared for in some of the finest medical centers. Something was very wrong, but what was it?